I just want to say that we have been making history together, and we're making history because you are the visionary, bold, strong leader that America needed. The American people recognize that. They gave us a mandate, and we're delivering on it.
Oh, Mike Johnson just loves his big brother, Donald Trump. We're making history, you and me. And by the way, he's doing this. Did you see Trump's face while he was doing that? Trump was dead-faced. Trump does not believe that we are doing anything, Mike Johnson. And if it wasn't clear from that video how little regard Donald Trump has for Mike Johnson, behind the scenes, he's apparently being even more clear in how little he thinks that Mike Johnson matters at all. He apparently said, according to two people, I'm the speaker and the president. And by the way, like, I get down on a lot of the insane things that Donald Trump says, but like, is he wrong? Has the Speaker of the House ever mattered less? I'll say since, I don't know, maybe the 60s, maybe the 40s, than he does right now. He is utterly irrelevant. Despite being from the same party as the president, he matters not at all. If he ever defies Donald Trump will tweet about him, and they will throw his ass out in a second. They'll put, I don't know, maybe Marjorie Greene could get the job or something like that, JR, but he will be gone. And we understand some of why Donald Trump might even be preparing to do that. Mike Johnson's defense of the cover up of the Epstein files. He's been a loyal in it, but really bad. It's been slipshod. He's made them look all like a bunch of sexual predator protecting goobers. And so like he's just so utterly irrelevant. And I wonder, like, what is the long game, JR? Like, does he think, like, is he thinking basically the same thing that Paul Ryan back in the day thought? I'm just gonna keep my head down and then Trump will be gone. And then I can be the strong speaker that I always planned to be. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's not enough time. What do you think?
It's weird that he's on that, because I feel like that's what JD Vance is doing.
Yeah, a lot of them. Ted Cruz.
Yeah, and try to make sure that I'm the one that's gonna usurp this position and act like I've always been in that spot. But no one gets the kind of hall passes that Donald Trump gets from so many stupid people in this country. But it's weird. I wonder if he sees those things and then understands that nobody actually likes him, that he's just a puppet. That every time he says something, Donald Trump's hand is up and making sure that his mouth moves at the right pace. And which connected with what I was saying earlier. The reasons why these excuses are getting so farther outlandish, as if Mike Johnson wasn't lying crazily in the first place. But his excuses are getting even more outlandish because Donald Trump is both the speaker and the president and is talking like that. Everyone knows it. You can't go that far to these types of extreme lies and propaganda and not start to sound like this crazed individual that talks way too much. And we know what Trump speak looks like. So, it's embarrassing. I wonder if his wife at home sees that or listens to him every day and he gets back and goes, "It was a nice day." And she's like, "So that Donald Trump, like, can you wash your hands first before you come into the house?" Nasty ass. I can't stand these people. What is the long game? There is no long game. They don't. No,
they're all, look, here, we're not supposed to say, like, you're supposed to think it would be great if Donald Trump lived forever or whatever. Yeah, we all think that. But we're also supposed to pretend that the Republicans want him around when they don't. I'm not saying there's no Republicans that actually like Donald Trump. I'm sure we could probably come up with a couple that seem like true believers. But there's some people that like know that they're gonna be out of power without Donald Trump, but there are others that they're just waiting for him to die at this point. And the joke might be on them as much as it is on us, in that I think they've been doing that since 2016. And it's been a long decade. This is a very long game they're playing. And all of them could have instead just stood up to him a decade ago. And instead we're in the situation that we're in. Now, Johnson, really fast, we'll end with this, needs to keep the government shut down because the second it comes back in, then Thomas Massie is gonna have his discharge petition and the Epstein files theoretically could have to be released. So he's refusing to put the government, not the government back in full operation, but at least the House could be meeting, pretending to care about the fact that there's an ongoing government shutdown. And some Republicans are starting to rebel. Representative Kevin Kiley is a center-leaning Californian. He's been showing up every day, despite the fact that it's not in session. Representative Beth Van Dyne is a Republican from Texas, saying that it's time for them to get back to work. Steve Bannon said the Trump revolution must be codified. Executive orders and presidential actions are great, but at some point you must make these things federal law or this can all be undone, which is totally true. Yeah, President AOC can unexecutive order all of these executive orders. And so Steve Bannon also is pushing for them to, like actually earn their paycheck for once. And so we'll see, if they're successful. The issue is that they can have all their concerns that they want. Trump is still in the Epstein files. None of that makes him not be in the Epstein files. And so he's in a bit of a bind at this point. Really fast, my producers just added this. Apparently during a bit of that press conference we just saw, it continued. Johnson said this. Now, in the meantime, Republicans, I don't know what the Democrats are doing other than publicity stunts, but I can tell you the House Republicans are doing some of the most meaningful work of their careers. They're in their district working around the clock with their constituents, helping them to not only negotiate the crisis that's been created by this Democrat shutdown, but all the other matters they need to attend to. So again, we have this shutdown only because the Republicans are this dead set on making sure that the subsidies for people's health insurance costs aren't continued. So they are willing to blow up the amount that those constituents they are pretending to care about, that their health insurance costs are gonna explode in the next month or two. But again, it's a lot of damage control they need to do because they're doing a lot of damage.